So markets are booming. We even got Trump saying gasoline just broke $1.98 a gallon, the lowest it's been in years. I'd like to actually challenge any of you guys to find any actual gas stations that sells gas for $1.98. I can promise you it's complete bullshit. With that being said, again, inflation is coming down. The Fed should be lowering rates, or at least this is just what Donald Trump is hoping for. This is the part that I have such an issue with when it comes down to our president. It's, I'm not against these tariffs. It's something that I've acknowledged that most likely we're going to present itself, short-term pain for long-term gain, but his inability to stay consistent with the highs and the lows. I thought it was just yesterday or 2 days ago that Trump said, this is not my doing, this is Biden's stock market. This is Biden's economy. This has, hung over me as I've taken over in 2025. But now all of a sudden, gas is $1.98. We got, groceries and eggs are down. Energy is down. Mortgage rates are down. Employment is strong, which again, the unemployment rate just came out today, 4.2%, which it came in as expected. Non-farm payrolls came out today, also higher than what was expected. So again, it's just a very simple question. Is this your economy or is this Biden's economy? Because it seems like when markets are down, it's Biden's, but when markets begin to recover, it's yours. So that's the part that is having such a large issue with the way that he's running things, is that the lack of accountability just simply isn't there. So the S&P 500 advanced 1.47% today, crossed $5,600. The market is broad, and it does look like the market is now going from a lot of fear being injected into the market to now somewhat neutral to bullish, right? If you guys look at that investing.com feature where it shows you, is there a lot of buying pressure, selling pressure? Right now we're somewhat neutral to a little bit more on the greed side, right? So really strong rally with the NASDAQ market, and I want to make sure that this is super clear, and I wanted to talk about it in advance. As markets begin to show slight signs of a recovery when our fundamentals have completely not changed, the tariff war between China and US, as long as there is no resolution, I still see this to be a short-lived positive catalyst. I just think that it takes one message from China saying that they're not going to work with us to bring in and instill more fear into the market. They're still on May 7th, which is just as soon as next week, the Federal Reserve is expected to meet for the FOMC meeting. There is a very low probability that the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates. So it doesn't matter that Trump is saying, oh, make sure that the Fed begins to cut rates as soon as possible. It doesn't matter what he says, right? He has no control over the Federal Reserve. He has no control if they choose to raise or pause or continue to cut interest rates overall. So that's one thing that I want to make sure is very well understood, is that he has no control over that. So the two biggest concerns that we've had with the market that was driving uncertainty, the fear of being in a recession, are still very much present. Our GDP, which the market quickly overlooked this week, remember, GDP, which is the growth of our economy, is down for Q1 of 2025. So in my opinion, because of this really strong rally, I'm going to begin to look into entering swing trades to potentially start shorting the market as soon as next week. And then breaking Jeff Bezos files to sell $5 billion worth of Amazon stock. And this is just part of his stock plan. So I wouldn't say that that's bad news for Amazon. It's something that these billionaires choose to do, is they offload some of their net worth year over year, and just being able to realize it so they can actually spend it. But the big ones that I'm looking into are Tesla and of course MicroStrategy. Two very overvalued companies within a short period of time, and because of how overbought they become, again, once they begin to lack progress and at any indication of negative news, I'm not saying that there's going to be negative news next week. I'm just saying it's overbought enough that I would like to entertain the idea for a potential retracement that I can begin to feed into this. So that's mainly what I'm going to be looking for. I'll make sure that I keep you guys up to date when it comes down to that. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Hope and wish you guys an amazing weekend. Again, the highlights for this week is the GDP report. Unemployment report did come in as expected, and non-farm payrolls did add more jobs than what was previously expected. So again, not afraid to talk about the good, but also we got to recognize the bad, which the stock market has not done. A negative GDP report is not good for the economy. One more, and we are technically in a recession. Of course, unless Trump changes the definition of a recession, just like the Biden administration does. So we'll see what ends up happening. I'll make sure I keep you guys posted. Hope and wish you guys an amazing weekend. Hope that we're into thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.